Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justice Gaston, and I'm an organizer with the ACLU of Missouri.
And my name is Villar. I am the Legislative Associate, also with the ACLU of Missouri.
And we're at home right now, sheltering in place, just like many of you across the state are. Today, we want to talk to you about your rights during COVID-19. It is our duty to protect both our constitutional and our civil liberties, especially during times of heightened fear and insecurity. As a result of the coronavirus pandemic, government officials across the country and right here in Missouri are taking measures to protect public safety. Those actions include stay-at-home orders and restricted access to public spaces. During these difficult times, we must balance civil liberties and public safety.
The ACLU of Missouri is monitoring the situation to ensure the government's response is scientifically justified and no more intrusive than necessary upon civil liberties. Any coronavirus response should be grounded in science and public health and should not be politicized. Any response plan must protect the health and safety and civil liberties of all. State leaders should encourage voluntary compliance with self-isolation measures as much as possible. And if leaders want to be effective in limiting the transmission of coronavirus, they will need to pay particular attention to the most vulnerable people in our society. That includes the elderly, the young, those who may be incarcerated, and those with compromised autoimmune systems. We will pressure government officials to support these values in their responses. However, you should be prepared if the government oversteps by knowing your rights. To this end, we want to provide you with some basic information.
So, first of all, please know that you retain all of the same rights when interacting with the police. You have the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney, and you have the right to record police actions in public, so as long as you do not physically interfere with their duties. Stay-at-home orders are intended to flatten the curve by reducing the spread of the virus that causes COVID-19. That is a legitimate reason to place some limits on freedom of movement. However, certain exemptions provide you the right to travel. So you can still go to the grocery store, you can go to the pharmacy, you can go out to care for loved ones in their home. Individuals who are incarcerated, including those with ongoing criminal cases, still have the right to counsel. While the jails and prisons have stopped visits at this time to curtail the spread of the virus, those incarcerated have the right to confidential communication with their attorneys, communication with family and friends, and attention to serious medical needs. Individuals who are undocumented have the right to receive emergency care. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has stated that it does not conduct enforcement operations at medical facilities except under extraordinary circumstances. Undocumented folks also have the right to request an attorney.
Each stay-at-home order in Missouri is different based on the county or city. However, Missouri's governor, Mike Parson, issued a statewide stay-at-home Missouri order on Friday, April 3rd that went into effect this past Monday, April 6th. We encourage all officials to avoid incarceration for violation of stay-at-home orders, as increasing the jail population will only increase the risk to those individuals posed by the virus that causes COVID-19. The statewide order is slated to end on April 24th. It requires that businesses and individuals stay 6 feet or further apart and congregate in groups of less than 10. Exceptions exist for those who need to leave their homes for work, to get food, or to access healthcare, or get prescriptions, so long as those individuals practice social distancing. In St. Louis, the stay-at-home order currently ends on April 22nd. It contains exceptions to travel related to essential activities, travel to care for the elderly, minors, or dependents, and outdoor activities such as running, hiking, and walking. If you do not comply, you may be cited for a Class A misdemeanor, which could lead to up to a year in jail and a fine not to exceed $2,000. In Kansas City, the stay-at-home order is currently in effect until April 24th. There are exceptions to this order, including traveling to work at an essential business and shopping for essential items. Potential penalties for violating the Kansas City order includes a fine of no more than $500 and/or up to 6 months in jail. In Springfield, the stay-at-home order currently ends on April 24th. It has exemptions for obtaining supplies or necessary services, to care for a loved one, and to engage in outside activities. If you fail to comply, there are potential penalties of up to $1,000 and/or up to 180 days in jail. And in Columbia, the stay-at-home order currently expires on April 24th. There are exceptions for engaging in essential government functions, necessary care for dependent children, and essential travel. Violations of this order is potentially a crime punishable by a fine, imprisonment, or both. Many of the stay-at-home orders center around COVID-19 tips to staying healthy, and these include washing your hands frequently, avoiding touching your face, eyes, nose, and mouth, practicing social distancing, and calling a healthcare provider if you have a temperature, if you're not feeling well, or if you are displaying COVID-19 symptoms.
We will continue to monitor government actions for any constitutional overreach. Please let us know if you have any questions about these rights. Stay safe and stay tuned for more civil liberties updates. Thank you.
Thank you. Be well.
Be well. Bye-bye.